Hey, 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 it's the coach again, fired up and ready to talk today about selling. And today's subject is selling the old fashioned way, but using the technology. I got a couple questions about this sign behind me, so I cover that before I go into the regular selling stuff. And the sign really says, um, I put it up there because all of us have that problem in making calls, right? We're hesitant. So what the sign here says is, I will make calls, and just like in the article that was out not too long ago, I might get rejected, people might not like me, all those things. And so I can look at them, and then the bottom line says, now go make the calls, will you? And pick up the phone. I guess the bottom line could have been, just go pick up the phone, huh? So today, I want to talk to you about selling using technology. Sales, the internet has so much out there today, and it has so many ways. And we should be rocking the sales process, shouldn't we? And instead, I still get the same thing over and over again by many of you out there is, why can't I find any people who can sell? Whatever happened to those salespeople? Is there anyone out there that knows how to sell? That is there anyone out there who's not afraid? All this technology, and still the numbers aren't going up. Why aren't the numbers exploding off the chart? Your numbers should be exploding off the chart. You should today have more sales than you ever thought possible. And yet, people don't. You got social media, LinkedIn, you got CRM, you got smartphones, you got video, email, SEO, and I could just go on and on and on. And still, your sales aren't doubling. So let me go back and look at some basic techniques today. And I only share three with you, and we'll go from there, all right? So number one is it still bounces down to lead gen. It's one of the reasons that we started the lead gen process, and it's one of the reasons that we have a podcast every week talking about lead gen, because people still don't understand. You got to fill the top of the funnel. I don't know how many times I talk to people and I say the same thing, the top of the funnel. If you can keep throwing stuff in the top of the funnel over and over and over, it is going to come out the bottom. But what people, they get some stuff in their funnel, they start working it, and they sell a few, and then they go back and say, my funnel's empty, what happened? Because lead generation is something you should be doing all the time. And I'm now on this kick, and I'm going to tell you, and I didn't come up with, I forget, I was listening to a podcast not that long ago, and a guy was talking about it, and it's made a lot of sense. It said, every day, I want you to take 1 hour to make calls. 1 hour, that's it. Just take 1 hour every day, and watch how many more leads you get. That's just one lead generation process. But lead gen is so important to get stuff in the funnel. And you can see the link on the bottom here if you, or even in the article if you read the article, where you can get a copy of the book. I think it's still 99 cents, which shows you 40 some lead generation process. The second thing, all right, so you generate. The second thing effective sales needs is you got to follow up. You've got to stay on top. And what is the greatest tool that we now have? So I don't have to remember all that stuff. I don't even have to remember what happened last time. I can go to my CRM. Of course, that means that I had to put in my CRM. And another big complaint I hear out there about sales reps not doing it. And if you're a sales manager, you've got to push it. And if you're a sales rep, come on. You want to be really great? Put the stuff in your CRM. It's just a fact of life. It's going to be amazing. And again, my sales follow-up is a book I wrote out there. It shows you some of that if you need it. All right, so now you got the funnel full. You're working inside the funnel. And now you need the stuff to come out the bottom. What do you got to do? You got to know how to close, right? If you can't close the deal, you got no business. You got to ask for the order. Mr. Jones or Mrs. Smith, can you sign here? Are you ready? I don't mean manipulative. I mean, you've got to ask for the order. And this morning I was listening to a podcast and I was so amazed. And the guy brought up a point, and he said 9 out of 10 times people don't ask for the order. They just, the people get order because the buyer just gives it to them, but they don't ask. You gotta ask. Just a question. And why don't they ask? Because people are afraid to ask. They don't want to get the no. They don't want to close the relationship. They don't want to close the deal. They don't want to cause any conflict. Come on. You want to sell? You gotta ask. Say, ask for the order. And I always like to add one additional tip on the bottom, which is upsell, cross-sell, and resell. 3 so important process. Let me say it again. Upsell, which really means when people buy one thing, do you have something that you could say, well, for a little bit more, you could have this. Cross-sells means, do you have one product that maybe you can show them a second product that could help them? And of course, resell means, I sold this person, I haven't been back to see him, I need to go back and see him. Do this. It'll generate more business. You want to double your sales? These old-fashioned techniques, along with today's technology, and bam! You are making some money, and you are doubling your sales. Now, as I always close with, call me. Okay, my number's there. I give you a free 30-minute session. Click on the link, schedule a call. Come on. You want to get your sales process working? Let's get this thing together, and let's make it happen. And if you don't want to work directly with me, we have a course out there that you can do it all yourself. All you got to do is watch the video, learn a little bit, and you can go do it. You don't even have to pay somebody like me to help you. So, get out there. There's so much technology. Define what you're going to use and start using it. But remember, it's about filling the funnel, working the funnel, and asking for the order. This is Coach Manny saying, hey, I hope you've been out there and you've joined our new podcast on lead gen. We got a lot of people out there. People are loving this thing. And every week we're talking to somebody. So let me just put a pitch in here at the back. If you have a lead gen process out there, give me a call. Send me an email. I want you on the show. Or we got something new going on. If you have a lead gen process that really works for you and you want to share it, we'll put you on the show too. This is Coach saying, get out there this week and make some money and sell. Have a